Take 2.
Go.
Going. We're going. We're going on a new episode.
We have chairs.
We're sat on chairs.
New chairs. New episode. New old chairs.
Yeah, they're old chairs. The chairs have always existed, but we've always... well, not always. Sometimes we started off on these chairs.
We started off on the sofa, then on the chairs, then on the floor,
then in a different room, and now back in the room. We are back in the room.
Back to our roots, Joe. Billy.
If you start wiggling your toes and your fingers, stop bringing yourself back into your body.
Are they getting feet this week?
I think I've cut the feet off.
Yes. Hey, if you pay £10 a month,
we'll take our socks off.
You will get there'll be no socks. The dog's out at the You're On Screen Now podcast.
I reckon someone would pay for that.
If they want to. I would take my shoes off for £10 a month.
No comment from me.
Then you don't look like a wiki feet profile.
Well, it's better than no Wikipedia profile.
This is You're On Screen Now. I'm Dan.
I'm Clara. This is the best cricket podcast in the world.
The best.
And if you agree with us, you can rate it 5 stars, either now or at the end of the episode, whichever's more convenient for you, because we're considerate like that.
Yeah, if you do it now, you won't forget.
Yeah. If you do it later, then that's also fine.
This is going to be hella funjucational.
Okay,
hella funjucation. Do you want to learn something this week?
Yeah, I love learning.
Do you want to learn something about... Right. I was at the cricket the other day. Obviously, I was at the Oval. I was at the Oval, and I saw something, and there was a thing up about 1890, the first official year of the county championship. And I thought, who wants to learn about the 1890 county championship? Me. My favourite thing, this tickled me, the class is in session. There was a period, can you imagine this, right? Before 1890, before they sat down and they were like, let's do this. Let's have a proper league.
Let's do this thing.
They played a lot. The counties played. But whoever was like the champion was essentially just decided by consensus of journalists.
Okay.
Now, could you imagine a world in which the majority of kind of cricketing decisions were just made by a load of journalists, and then they kind of kept crowning Surrey to be champions? Because you think about the modern cricketing landscape, and you just couldn't imagine...
How different is that?
You just couldn't imagine the journalists now just always talking about Surrey. Imagine if they were like, they're basically the best.
Yeah.
So they sat down like, we're going to have a proper league. They, let's get this right.
Yeah, who is they?
Ooh.
Sorry for being inquisitive and wanting to get my facts straight.
Right. They. In order of where they finished in 1890 across their, maximum of 14 matches. Surrey, Lancashire, Kent.
God, they'd kill for that now, wouldn't they?
Yeah, this top 3.
Surrey, Lancashire and Kent.
Surrey, Lancashire, Kent. I'm not going to say that like some teams might have peaked in like 1890 or for Kent like the 2021 Vitality Blast. Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire, Gloucestershire, Middlesex, Sussex, no Somerset. No Somerset.
No Somerset. No Leicestershire. No Derbyshire. No Northamptonshire. No... That's it, right?
All right, well, 18 of them.
Glamorgan.
Right, I can give you the factos about when the others joined. Guys, you're learning so much. Somerset, next year.
1891, yes. Somerset. Boom.
1895, again, let's get this correct. Derbyshire. Essex.
I forgot about Essex.
Hampshire.
Sorry. And Hampshire.
Leicestershire.
Didn't forget about Leicestershire.
And Warwickshire.
Forgot about Warwickshire.
They all came. Then the MCC were like, this competition's real. So obviously once the MCC go...
Yeah.
It counts.
Yes.
Because the MCC obviously decide everything in cricket.
Of course.
As we know.
Yes.
Then... Worcestershire, Northamptonshire, Glamorgan were going from like 1899, 1905, 1921. 1921, they said to Buckinghamshire... Do you want to come?
Lesser spotted.
No, they didn't have the playing facilities. Application as well by Devon in 1948. Obviously, a bit of like World War II whimsy in Devon. They thought, we're pretty far from the fun. We've just got a load of evacuees. I guess we could like
field a cricket team.
No, they got told no.
No, really?
Yeah, but
anti-Devon thinking at the MCC.
See, and could you imagine, right? Like the Somerset Devon rivalry would have gone so hard.
Why? Yeah. This is such a segue.
Yeah.
Why don't they do that now?
Just add more teams.
Yeah.
I know, because you've got all the minor counties.
If you think about how many good football rivalries they are.
Yes, they're all geographical.
They could all be recreated.
Yeah.
If more people just started playing cricket,
Yeah.
you know.
Why don't we just get more people to play cricket? And then 1992, Durham come to the party.
I forgot about Durham. 1992.
New Kids on the Block.
Wow, that's not that much older than
Granted
ours.
first-class status prior to their pre-season tour of Zimbabwe.
Oh, lovely.
2000 then it went into 2 divisions. So you had all those teams, and I was like, right, Surrey winning feels very on the nose, but the rules were proper. I'll tell you what, 1 point for a win, 0 for a draw, and you're going to love this.
Yeah.
-1 for a loss.
Yes.
If you lose, you lose a point.
That's correct.
So you'll be really tickled to know that Sussex finished the season on -10 points. Which is funny when you actually think about like financial deductions.
Yeah, they've got
maybe something's Surrey at the top,
lower than that
Sussex,
now.
Sussex ending up on minus points actually feels like
everything's written in the stars. I'm stuck on the fact that it was a one division league for 110 years.
Yeah. And they're just like...
That's a long old time.
My favourite thing is before, though, is going back to when I was saying, like, and they basically just let, like, the media of the time pick who were champions, is there were some years where some teams played 7 fixtures and some teams played about 3.
Yeah. Well, also, that's just... I'm imagining the journalists lined up like the judges on Britain's Got Talent, and they've got a golden buzzer. And when they see something good enough, they just go bang. And then...
it's nuts for me.
They're the best.
You'll be happy to know.
I am. Am I?
Well, because I was thinking, like, when you're sat there at a ground and you know that ground in some way, shape, form existed in 1890, that blows my little mind.
Are we talking about the internment camp again?
No, I mean, the internment camp came somewhere between us and 1890. Yeah. You know, shockingly, like that.
That era.
The internment camp was when they thought that Devon might get involved and they just wanted to be careful. Great, now you've alienated our entire Devonshire audience. Well, my family...
It's not even Devonshire, it's just Devon.
My family are from, like... On my mum's side, from Cornwall, so obviously
they're not the same.
I was saying Devon people to me are like.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
I nearly said subhuman.
Oh god, I thought you were about to say Cornwall, Devon. It's all the same.
No. Like I don't care really about which way you put like jam or cream on a scone.
Yeah, no, I don't.
But I'm just happy that they didn't get a cricket team.
I do think though it makes more sense to put the cream on top of the jam.
Right.
Because
which way round is that? Who does that?
I'm not sure. I don't know who does what.
I'll get the producer to look it up. I mean, like,
but I'm thinking if you're trying to put jam on top of the cream, that's way messier than putting cream on top of the jam, because you can spread the jam first and then dollop the cream. Whereas if you're dolloping the cream and spreading the jam, it's all going wrong.
So the Devon way is to go cream and then jam.
Yeah.
The Cornwall way, jam and then cream.
Okay, well, Cornwall for me.
So my people. I feel like at this point culturally, like we always talk about your like European roots. Mine was like Cornwall vaguely, Ireland.
Yeah, well, that's still...
I love these British Isles, unlike you.
Yeah.
I then went further and I was like, who was popping off for... I was watching Jordan Clark Take 5 and I thought, who was popping off for Surrey in 1890?
Yeah,
because it wasn't Jordan Clark. He's Mr. Reliable, but like... I think Jimmy probably made like the 91 season, but I think he missed 1890 with side strain. Yeah. So I looked it up. George Lohman, John Sharp. They were the top 2 wicket takers. George Lohman took 113 wickets, which feels like an outrageous amount.
Is that a lot these days?
Given where like players are going to get like 40 or 50 and have a good year.
Oh, really? I feel like I don't actually have any context. I feel like I watch so much cricket that it all blurs into one thing. And like, I don't know.
Well, they were talking about like, whenever they mention whoever is like the top run scorer in Div 1 or Div 2, unless it's early doors, and like right now, like with Div 2, it's like Emilio Gay just keeps getting hundreds. So I'm like, when it gets to the end of the season, if you said gun to head, who took the most wickets? Tom Taylor last year. Tom Taylor for Worcestershire. He hoops it.
Snaps Tom Taylor. Snaps. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I know what Tom Taylor looks like.
That's okay. Tom Taylor doesn't know what Tom Taylor looks like.
Okay.
You'll be happy, though, to know that the leading run scorer was from your dear Nottinghamshire.
Oh, wowee.
Arthur Shrewsbury.
In 1890.
1890.
I was going to say, don't recognise
Arthur Shrewsbury,
that name.
Given he was born in 1856.
Okay.
Probably not doing it now. He had a good time. Anyway, what I liked about him, this is where it all comes full circle. I have had in the last 2 weeks the joy of watching Dominic Sibley scoring 2 centuries. Last week, on the week of the London Marathon, he got his century in, I think, 368 minutes, which, given a marathon was run in about
under
119, really puts it into perspective. What I love is that, bearing in mind this is 1890, we're going, way, way back. The man who was scoring the most runs then and now, they were all talking about, true, he often goes half an hour without scoring, but somehow he makes up for it and is all but even with his more mobile partner. The fact is, he waits for the ball he wants and then secures a certain fora. You just say four, like four. Look, I'm not going to criticise the language of the time, but I think it's really nice to know that 1890, 2026,
nothing changes.
Either way, there is a bloke just doing nothing for hours, and you're thinking, he's going to speed up soon. He's going to speed up soon. He has to. He doesn't. That's the secret. He did get out yesterday trying to hit someone for 6, and that's a lesson. He was like 187. Like, stay in your lane.
Wait till the big 2, 0, 0, and then go.
To bring the history lesson to a close, I can put my phone down and, talk to you like a real person. I actually wasn't looking up anything. I just can't hold a conversation anymore without checking my phone. I was just
actually just watching Roadrunner or whatever it is.
Subway Surfers.
Yeah, same thing.
I do think, and we spoke about this 2 weeks, and we spoke about this all the time, but having knowledge of sport, which is so old to us because we're so young. And yes, there are older sports, and there was cricket before 1890.
Hambledon, wasn't it? The first ever game of cricket was played in Hambledon. But
watching something and knowing that this is the oldest domestic cricket tournament in the world. This has just been going on
for a long old time.
And it's weird.
136 years.
It's changed. Wow, that was quick maths. It's obviously changed
because it was a round number at the other end. I could do it. 10, 126.
I think in little brain terms, kind of like when you're imagine 1,000 people.
I can't.
And you can't do that. I can't imagine that many years. There's so much written about and even documented about it looked completely different. They played on uncovered pitches.
Yeah.
And I really I was reading about one bowler, I think it was George Lohman, who he made a comeback from tuberculosis, which to be fair, that was probably the stress fracture of the times.
Yeah.
Now it's they've done their back. Will they have to be the same? And I suppose back then it was
he's got rickets.
He's got TB.
Yeah.
But apparently he got quite lucky because he was a medium pacer and he could get the ball to turn on their utter mess of a pitch because it was uncovered and just ooh. But when he had his TB, he missed a period of dry weather where the pitches did way less.
Right.
So in a way, tuberculosis kind of helped him.
Helped him out. Otherwise, he'd have got
get
carted.
Through a lean period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you rather have tuberculosis or get carted when you were bowling?
I think if I got carted, I'd then
feign tuberculosis.
Yes, I would then say I have TB, which is why I wasn't bowling at my best.
Yes.
And then, in a way, whoever hit you round becomes a monster.
Yeah.
And obviously, medical staff might lose their jobs. For me, because I'd be well, you didn't diagnose I have tuberculosis when I. You have to start soft launching it in the post-match media day. You have to start coughing in the background. I got
Scarlet Fever during a cricket match. I'm being deadly serious. I had to work. It was some time when I was doing something with the Fringe, I think. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. It was May or something. I don't know. It was the start of the season.
Yeah, bangs.
And I did have a Fringe.
Oh, that's good.
Well, curtain bangs. Around when I was 21. No. 2 curtain bangs, not a solid curtain bang.
My bad.
Not a single blind. 2 curtains. Anyway, it was the start of the season and I hadn't felt that well, but I had a cricket match to go to and play in, which is on Carlton Cricket Club in Edinburgh, by the way, is a stunning ground, a lovely pavilion. You've got Arthur's Seat in the background, but it's a hill.
Oh, slope.
Yeah, but you think you've seen the Lord Slope. The slope at Carlton, it's like doing incline runs. If you're at square leg, you are 5 meters higher than the bowler.
Is the slope if you're looking at it from one end to another, is it a left to right slope or is it a one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch slope?
Left to right.
Oh god, so.
Yeah, so there was a season where I was fielding at point and you had to run up the hill.
Yeah, good. Hill sprints.
Yeah, it was dire. But the thing is, if you were up the hill and the ball was coming towards you and you had to run down the hill, your physics is all off.
You know when they talk about at the Oval when they're like the practice square runs all the way across so the ball goes quicker than you think. To be fair, if it was just down a massive hill, you're going to go quicker than you think.
Well, this is the thing. You'd hit the ball and it would go like up the hill and then go like whoop, if you didn't hit it hard enough. Anyway, the point was this is where we were. And I remember thinking, I don't feel that well.
Yes.
Not really sure what's going on. And then I played the cricket game. Can't remember how I did. I think that might have been the game where I got 2 Scotland players out and one of them I appealed for LB. She definitely smashed it and it got given.
Who was it?
I'm not naming her.
Name them.
No.
Yes.
Because it's not good sportsmanship, is it?
It's like Sonny Baker's got his little book, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think it was that day. I can't really remember. Anyway, the point is, didn't feel great. Went to see my friends that evening, and I was like, I've got a bit of a rash. Actually, I must have had an allergic reaction to something
on the slope
at the cricket.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe it's like the heat or like I don't know what's happened.
Something.
It turned out I had Scarlet Fever.
How long are you out with Scarlet Fever?
I was in hospital for a day, 2 days.
Yeah.
And like, I was fine, but the thing is, because it went onto the soles of my feet and the palms of my hands, I couldn't do anything.
No.
I couldn't I could physically walk, but I couldn't mentally walk because it was so itchy. I couldn't put shoes on. I couldn't do anything with my hands.
Mentality midget.
Yeah. You're not allowed to say that.
You can say mentality midget, but you can't say the word by itself.
Right.
I would say.
Okay.
Guys, apologies. Clara wants to say sorry for...
So in many ways, I know how it feels to be an 1890s county championship cricketer.
Yeah.
So I've been there.
You say...
Thank God for modern antibiotics, am I right?
You saying that you're in hospital, like you couldn't do anything. I really enjoyed this week. I saw a story that Mark Wood was talking about when he was at the IPL, and there was one day he said he just had this awful fever, and they just like ring him up and they're like, yeah, I know you're bedridden, but like if we got a private plane to fly you, could you come and play and like bowl 4 overs and then we'll fly you back?
And did he?
No, I believe he did not.
No.
But like, you know, I just don't know if like Scottish university level cricket would be offering you that same level of treatment.
No.
I'm sure you were the Mark Wood of your team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny, charismatic, not northern. Fast. Yep. The way I bowl spin.
I think that's the sound I always associate with bowling spin.
Yeah.
I was really enjoying that in the most recent round of the champ, players now have actually started trying to swing the ball again, as opposed to like I was moaning about this on the internet yesterday, which like, you know, if you're one of those people who sees my stuff, you know, hey, thank you, I appreciate you. I think wobble seam is one of the darkest inventions of the sport because wobble seam goes back to being a child and you're just throwing something down
and
there seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Swing requires some level of like, you know, riskiness.
Thinking about it. Yeah.
A few in, a few away. Wobble seam is just...
chuck it.
Yeah, it's the bargain basement of wickets. And there'll be days where like all you have to do is put it in a general area and the ball is just going to keep moving.
Yeah.
Look, obviously they killed Jimmy. You know, the world killed Jimmy. But you can kill a man, but not the idea.
Yes.
So I just think like we need to go back to saying, yes, it might be ineffective and it might get played off the pads really easy, it might get left really easily. But like wobble seam is unethical cricket. Just, you know, try and bowl properly. Try. It's like spinners who don't spin it. Spinners should only try and spin the ball, and fast bowlers should either bowl really fast
or not at all.
Swing it.
Yeah.
Nothing
Spinners who don't spin it, just say that you're a slow, orthodox.
How did you
like bowler?
Look, because people always like, oh, that's what I do at the weekend. Yeah, but at the weekend, like realistically, like that's because no one can actually spin a ball. If they can spin a ball, they're probably not playing like cricket on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Unless they're playing day 2 of the county championship
or
an
a women's
IPL
game
fixture or
on
a women's game on a
Sunday.
Yeah. See, I don't know my recreational cricket scheduling. I'm sorry.
Right.
It's been a very long time. I mean, cricket's back now at the weekends for people.
Cricket is back
all I
now.
ever see is the minute cricket's back, people who have spent months being like, I just can't wait to go back.
And then it starts and they go, I
hate
hate this game.
I don't think I've seen a single like positive day out from the people I know who play cricket.
I keep getting served the teams that have like abysmally low totals when it's like some poor village team is like 20 for 9.
And they always choose to bowl first.
Breaks. For me, seeing those sorts of teams where it's like 20 for 9.
Yeah.
Is the same effect as like seeing, you know, when people are like, oh, my grandpappy invited all of the family down for a barbecue and no one came. Like, it brings a tear to my eye. I'm thinking about all of these people who like very earnestly train.
Yes.
And they're excited and they go out and then they just get all out. Just the sinking feeling of going like 2 for 1, 4 for 2. Etc.
Next person doesn't have any clothes on because they showed up in a t-shirt and shorts singing like, I'll be fine, I'm at 7.
And then ending up like 20 all out, it affects me.
It's a number of times as well as a team who, whatever the awful thing happens to them, they will have won the toss and chosen it.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, no, we'll have a bat first.
Skittled.
We'll have a bowl first. They concede a million runs and then they lose within 7 overs.
Yeah, I saw one the other day, which was like,
so I'd rather,
someone got 16 and then the other team got 20 in 1.1.
I think I'd rather it that way round than the other one, which is you field the entirety of the innings and you're like, oh, this is a good pitch. We could have fun here. And then you lose.
If I'm a spectator, I want it to be that way round. I want to watch a long game. If I'm playing and it's going to go like that, just get over and done with.
You're going to lose, just lose.
Just lose properly.
To be fair, we at university ended up in a rebel league when I was... at undergrad because we kind of didn't
the
have
Legends
any...
20 or something.
Yeah, you know, and they were like, Samit Patel can't play in this because he's like signed up for some random league. Right. We had like every college had a cricket club, but because of the differing sizes of like Oxford colleges, not all of them would have had like their own kind of like big facilities. So some of them were a little bit like more pared back than others. Okay. Mine was a pretty small college. You know, 4th oldest, I might add 4th oldest Oxford College, by the way, Exeter College. But we were small but modest, apart from all of the poshos I went to university with. But not the ones listening to this.
They could still be poshos.
Yeah, but lovable ones.
Yeah.
I suppose the ones who I don't. Anyway, in my final year, you know, we had a few net sessions in kind of like the university kind of like parks where there are cricket nets. But then there was a bit of an issue where like we weren't actually eligible that year to play in the proper league because there was... like no pavilion. There was a venue issue. First, it was a venue issue.
Okay.
And then we're like, right, so we don't necessarily have a ground that qualifies to play in the big leagues. But a few colleges got disqualified. So we were like, what we can do
is play the other disqualified.
Rebel League. Kind of like, obviously a great comparison to make. You know, when teams would like go to apartheid South Africa, even though the world and the ICC were like, please don't do that.
Oh, did they do that?
Yeah, they were like rebel tours.
Oh.
That's obviously what we were. We were like a rebel league. We were like, the university can't. And then it gets to the day before the first fixture, and the meekest message I've ever seen go up on a Facebook page, I think it was about 2 lines long, like no... Bear in mind, every message usually is like a bit of fun, a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
2 lines saying like, the match against Wadham is off, we have no water. And that was that.
That was it.
So we had no ground,
Here
we had no
the
pavilion,
League.
and we had no water. So
water for what? To drink?
To water the pitch. They couldn't prepare the pitch because there were no facilities to water where we were playing that week. So it all fell apart, really.
Oh.
Which is, again, I get back to it. It's good because we would have lost. It's good. We never got that far. Then my exams kicked off, so I was immediately like, I'm just not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I had a fun few net sessions, had a look at the fact that we were in an illegitimate setup and thought, no,
you want to do things
now,
by
like
the book.
when players are like, I didn't go on one of the rebel tours. That's me. I'm like, I never took part in a rebel league. Like I would never have done that.
You want to maintain your position in the great and good Vitality Blast.
I really enjoyed that. I was looking at the classic cricket shirts website the other day, as I habitually do.
They've got some nice stuff on there. Not an ad.
They had a shirt. They had one from the like Rebel Tour shirts, and I'm like, that's a crazy pull. Like wearing that for me, like out and about, being like, oh, that's crazy. Where did you get them? Like, yes, this was actually of one of the slightly like dodgy tours that everyone was like, you shouldn't go on. But I've actually got the kit for it.
Yeah, is that okay?
How unethical is that?
Well, I suppose like the Rebel Tour isn't getting the money.
No, it's long gone.
Yeah, so I think it's okay.
Also, it's a cool looking shirt.
Hey, fashion's fashion.
Fashion is a statement.
And do you know who does talk about fashion? Ben Mike.
Ben
Mike. We sat down with him, as you'll hear shortly.
Yes.
To talk about all things influencing, modelling, cricketing. And I think we had a great conversation.
Genuinely fascinating. Like, for once, we're not doing bits as well this time.
Oh, we didn't speak.
We didn't go into this being like, be on the initial Ben microphone joke.
Yeah.
But
which I
that's
did not partake in. Let me just get that clear.
We actually just had a conversation.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, wow, this actually...
And he's one of those people that I think more cricketers should be like. Not to get ahead.
You'll see it yourself in probably like literally a minute.
Yeah, in a couple of minutes. But I think especially with the Women's World Cup coming up, there is such an opportunity here to make cultural icons out of players.
Yes.
Should they choose to do so.
Yes.
In a way that happened with the Lionesses, that happened with the Red Roses. We talk a little bit about that with Ben Mike later, but before we get into that conversation, I think that's something, like I said, I really want people to recognise the Women's T20 World Cup as a continuation of last year's Euros, Rugby World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the third part of that. But cricket isn't there yet.
No, and I think...
And I don't know why.
Well, I think he's quite well on it, which is like so much of it is like you have to be willing to express yourself. People often say, and it's a really bad broad stroke thing, I think, they're like, oh, well, cricketers are just boring.
Yeah.
They don't have... That's not true. As with any athlete, as with any person, they all have so many different interests.
Yeah.
And I think it's just as a sport sometimes... Well, a lot of time, really bad at fostering that.
Well, I mean, as we've discussed, cricket is an old sport and a very historically prestigious things happen in this way. Look at the kinds of people that were playing cricket throughout history.
The origin of it is like gentlemen and players are being like, we need not posh people for the posh people to play against.
Yeah, 8 posh people to bat at 8 poor people.
Yeah.
Like, that's how the game started. And obviously a lot has changed since then, but I think we're in a strange transition period now where we've not quite hit the cricketers as cultural icons, which could change if more people are doing stuff like Ben and going, hey, I play cricket, but I'm also a person.
Yeah. Weirdly, one of this week that I think is super fitting for this, I don't think I thought about it until you just said that, is Shubman Gill was in a YouTube video with KSI this week.
Wow, that's like cultural crossover.
That's crazy because obviously, like we've spoken about Dear Shubman before, but like he is in Indian cricket, cricket, like a genuine megastar.
Yeah,
and that is clearly just something because like he would have watched him on YouTube growing up and been like, yeah, I think this is cool. I'd like to be part of that. Yeah. And I think it's really good seeing someone who's that big a deal in the sport doing something just fun.
Yeah,
like. He's doing that because it was a fun video to
make.
More
cricketers should just have fun.
Yeah.
This is my message to you.
Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. Just express yourself. There are too many people who are tied up in the shackles of just being like the perfect player. And it's like there are too many cricketers.
Yeah, just let Joe Root do that.
Just like be interesting and more people will care about cricket.
And remember to enjoy it. I think that's always something that comes up whenever you talk to players is like... going in and out of phase in their career of like remembering why it is they want to in the first place.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about that YouTube video that obviously has like hurt me on a personal level.
Yes.
I kind of hoped I would be the first person from Watford to link with Shubman. And now KSI's beat me kind of to it.
Yeah.
Difficult pill to swallow. I was going to say I could be the second, but I'm pretty sure like Nick Knight doing IPL comms would have met him at some point. Probably Steve Finn as well.
Wow, these all Watfordians.
Yeah.
Is that
that's
the word?
At least, Watfordians. That's like 3 people.
Yeah. Well, if the rumours are to be believed, I'm a good enough replacement.
Yeah.
So I did sort of look like him in that photo that we posted.
Oh.
I did sort of look like him. Maybe the people are right. Which I think's fine. We do sort of have the same nose.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of it.
And eyebrows. That's okay.
Not cricketing ability, though.
Well, our guests this week are... the drum roll, which you already know because you'll have read the description.
And you've probably seen a video already.
Alex Green. Ben Mike. Ba, ba, ba. Roll the tapes.
Hit footage, go. Ben with the mic. Ben Mike.
You're on the mic.
Please, can you... Ben on the mic with the mic with Ben Mike.
Yeah.
can you please still introduce yourself for official purposes for the camera?
Okay, my name is Ben Mike, as you heard. I'm a player for Leicestershire County Cricket Club, and yeah, all-rounder.
I think we can start off with the fact that, like, as well as being a cricketer, you've got like a double life. You've got a lot going on outside the cricket.
Yeah.
How's that all come about? We'd love to hear more.
Get a bit of stick for it, but
really,
no, not. I did probably a bit at the start.
It's just people are jealous. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. It's just very different, isn't it, to cricket basically? So I feel like cricket is very traditional. You certain lanes, and I have a interest in everything. Like everything, kind of. You mentioned it there, culturally in a way. So like fashion, music, arts. Probably more fashion, but then my heritage is Caribbean, so I think that through my dad, my granddad's from St. Kitts. I just think probably not along the traditional lines. I went to good school, like obviously like a lot of cricketers did, typical, but I also had that other side to me that has brought out kind of other worldly interests. I don't know if that's fair to say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think that cricket is at risk of not growing because it's so one way?
So I think cricket could be a lot more commercial, a lot more cool in a way. I think it should be, and I'm not doing it for those reasons. I do it because I have a bit of a passion in it. But if you can link the two, cross the lines, I think it's really nice. And I think maybe there is a bit of, I don't know about at risk, because there's different kind of demographics, but I think it's as athletes, as cricket athletes, professional cricketers, we could be represented more in a commercial field. Like the Indian guys, they're like celebrities, right? And I'm not saying, that's what I want of celebrities, but I think that for longevity, for increasing sort of exposure to the game, I think all of this stuff alongside of it could be really beneficial.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'll give you the mic. You can do some thinking.
I was going to ask, do you think it's different then for young players, like teenagers now kind of coming into the game, given like there are now, like yourself, some players doing things that cricketers were never going to be doing 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, do you kind of have anything that you would say to them, as they're starting their professional careers? Yeah,
I think there's probably a bit of a stigma to it, like especially cricket. It's always work hard, earn your stripes, and absolutely I agree with all of that stuff. But there's, for example, the things I'm doing now, so with a bit of fashion stuff and working with brands and whatever, or trying to, I potentially could have done that 6 years ago, but I chose not to because I wanted to concentrate on my cricket. And that's absolutely, I don't regret it, because ultimately I'm a professional cricketer, and that's my main focus, that's my dream, that's my ambition to get to the highest levels in cricket. But at the same time, if there's things on the more strings to your bow, you can, I don't really know how to say it, but it's nice to have a life outside of cricket, basically. So for these young guys coming in, I think cricket's in a real nice space at the moment where, especially with the current England team, it feels like on the cricket field, you're allowed to express yourself, and guys are being able to express themselves, not feel like they are playing with shackles, and can. You see, like the England 19s this winter, guys are playing some crazy shots that I was almost like, told not to do growing up. You have to earn your stripes, whatever. But now there's freedom. There's a lot of. It's really nice. It's really refreshing the way guys are playing their cricket, and then that can potentially translate to the stuff off the field. So you're not being scrutinised as much off the field. I'm not saying be disrespectful. Not saying don't concentrate on your cricket, but be yourself. Your own way. And that's probably what I was wrestling with earlier in my career.
To pivot from that, on the topic of fashion.
Yeah.
Yourself not included, of course.
Yeah.
Best fashion in the game.
Yeah, there's not too good. To Wender, I like his. I don't know him too well, but I've actually seen him in a couple of shops in London. Like, when I've been in there, and I'm like, okay, man,
I like that. They had the fashion show at the Invincibles.
Yeah. So some of those outfits were shocking. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry guys, I don't know a lot of you, but I just feel.
As long as you're not naming and shaming, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I think
if the shoe fits.
I think look at the. Yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm gonna get bloody 10 bumpers in a row now or something like that when I go out to bat. No, I think, look, cricket is on its way up in terms of kind of exposure in a way with the 100 and kind of, sounds bad, but the money into the game and everything like that. And you look at American sports, you've got the NBA, you've got the NFL, they have like, and I'm not saying it should be like that, but they're allowed to express themselves coming into the ground. You've got football here in the UK, so the guys are dressing up like I can't remember what it's called, but it's like their outfits going to the game. Like tunnel fits.
Yeah, fits as well.
Yeah, and like why not? It doesn't have to be so traditional. And I think also something that potentially I've wrestled with as well is like feeling, free to express yourself off the field can then allow you to express yourself on the field. So I think that those things are could potentially be brought into the game to make it a bit more appealing for the youth coming through as well. Like if you see as a kid guys, they're like, wow, like turn your head at him and you'd be like, you know what, it might inspire you to think, oh, cricket is cool, cricket is it could be a bit of me.
It's like we've seen like in women's rugby, I feel like that exploded last year because of these players like just posting on TikTok. And not to reduce it to just posting on social media, but if you've got an athlete who is unbelievable on the field and also has a personality. I think you're right. Like a lot of cricketers don't show their personality, which doesn't help fandom because it's like, well, what am I connecting with? Whereas when you've got people who are like, oh, do you know what? I love this kind of music. I love this kind of fashion outside. Because also a lot of people who like cricket, it's their hobby, right? But for you, it's your life. It's your job. So you also need a hobby that then lets you connect with people in a different way. And I think like cricket, women's cricket, men's cricket, all of it could learn a lot from women's rugby, especially, and building these icons through like, the sort of stuff that you're doing where it's like, oh, I'm a person as well.
Yeah, it's possible to be in these certain rooms. Some of it's a bit exciting, but I think there's obviously a fine line of, you've said it yourself, excelling on the field. Like you want to get those priorities, fundamentals down, and I think maybe the reason why people don't do it is because of, I feel cricket has that just a little bit extra level of scrutiny of doing the right things, and we listened to that Jake Weatherald interview on The Final Word the other week, and he was talking about how when he made his Ashes debut, he was sort of shocked by like how much opinion there is about players as people. So it's like, you could like play a bad shot or like bowl a horrid ball, but they'd be like, oh, he's a bad person. And that's wild. Like, so this is sort of like, not to blow our own trumpet, but what this podcast is for, because we don't talk about stats, we don't care about any of that. We're more interested in like the community and the experience of it. So like, how do you find that as a player? Because obviously you put yourself out there online, right? But there's walls judged and because
say a lot.
People can, and
people love talking.
People love just saying stuff.
And people can it's what I have, like I said earlier in my career, probably went away from, but people are allowed to have an opinion, and probably you as a person can just let them have their opinion and move on from it, which is where we, in an ideal world where everybody wants to be, and just then you can just focus on your cricket. And I think there's been times where people have come up to me and went, oh, like even both sides of it. So cricketers would be like, "Oh, you're actually a good guy. I thought you were arrogant." Or I was going to swear, but I'm not sure I'm allowed to swear. But
you're fine.
I thought maybe you're arrogant. Oh, you look like you're this flashy guy, but actually you're not flashy. Like it's just I have an interest in it. It's just different to what you guys like. And then on the flip side of it, I'm in some of the. I was lucky enough to go to Milan Fashion Week, and I'm in some of these rooms with big designers, big like models, photographers, and they're like, "What? You play cricket? I thought that like that's a boring game. Like you look like you're a footballer or something like that." And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy, really. Like there's nobody in that space. I think there's a few guys now with the rise of franchise cricket and everything that have outside interest in the fashion, in the cultural stuff and whatever. Like obviously there always has been outliers in the past, like kind of like Flintoff was always and Shane Warne in their own way, stuff like that. But I look up to a lot of the West Indian cricketers. So you got Chris Gale himself. I think it's really refreshing, really, isn't it? They're the ones that kind of stick in your head.
Yeah, and they're the ones that become people's heroes. They're always the ones that people remember.
Exactly, that's it. And I'm not doing this or trying to be this. Yeah, exactly. I, like it's a genuine passion. Like at school, 15, 16, I had I created a clothing line, like stuff like that, because it's all I've always been interested in it. Like my music that I listened to with my dad's side of things was always different to what like peers at school were listening to and stuff. So it's just something that interests me. But if you can mix it with your cricket, then why not?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's fair.
Final question for you, seeing as you've spoken a little bit about music, could you give the people and us a recommendation? What should we be listening to? What are you listening to right now? It is hard, to be fair. What's on? Have you got your phone on you?
Yeah.
What's on your Spotify?
Oh, it's a lot of like
or Apple Music, other.
Spotify. It's a lot of Caribbean music, so some of it probably needs to be blurred out as well. I like a lot of reggae. I love Protege at the moment. How do I get Spotify? There we go.
What's your daily? Are you a daylist user?
No. What's the daylist? Like your daily mix?
Search daylist.
It will give you a title.
And it has like a load of random words.
I'm gonna get daylist there. That one.
Yeah, and you click on it. It will give you a title.
I know, Raga Summer Jam Friday afternoon.
There we go.
Here we are.
So there's a lot of Chronics. I love Chronics. Burna Boy. I think Burna Boy is really I really like Burna Boy. Popcorn. Yeah. I'm gonna say actually one, Byron Messiah. He's from St. Kitts, my family's island, and I really like his stuff. You would have heard a couple of his songs for sure. One was really big. Just a bit of mix. Hip hop as well, like old school stuff a bit. Yeah. Different.
Lovely.
What about you guys?
Oh, my day list right now is going to be embarrassing.
But I also like this type of stuff as well, because my mum, like growing up, I was listening to like Dolly Parton and Tom Jones and Queen and all of that.
I knew it was going to have the word bubble in it, for God's sake. Mine's bubble grunge, fresh
Bubble grunge.
Friday afternoon. Yeah. Mine's all like girls with guitars.
Okay,
Oh, sometimes
like
happy. Sometimes happy.
I've got
What's yours?
Chill hip hop snowboarding Friday afternoon.
Nice.
I don't know where snowboarding's coming from. I've never snowboarded in my life.
You haven't got the knees for it, have you?
No, definitely not.
Chilled hip hop. What's chilled hip hop then? Who are we talking artists?
Mac Miller's in there.
Okay, I like Mac Miller. Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi, Day and Night, what a tune. What, a bit of Kendrick Lamar? West Side Gun, you know him?
Yeah.
Larry June. I like Larry June. Yeah. He's got good music, man.
I'll leave you guys to it.
The podcast playlist drops at the end.
We have a podcast playlist. We'll add some of your things on it.
Yeah. Somebody asked me downstairs my walkout song. I did Shake It to the Max. You know that?
Yeah.
Like, that's me. That's just a bit of upbeat fun.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, before we end, have you got anything you want to say to the people?
No, just have a good summer, guys. Watch some good cricket.
There we go. Thanks so much.
Thank you, man.
Good job. Oh, not you.
No, don't worry.
No, she only talks to me like that.
Just Okay.
The guests keep coming. The guests keep. And you're the 5th person we've had on this today and ever.
Yeah.
Please introduce yourself to the people.
I'm Alex Green. I'm a bowler at Leicestershire. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
I think staff. Now you've introduced yourself. Is Green the tallest name in cricket? You've got yourself, Cam Green, Chris Green.
Yeah.
Ben Green.
Ben Green.
Who's the other one?
What's some other? Is there any other Greens?
But they're all.
I'm not sure, but I reckon it's.
Ben Green.
Cam Green too.
Yeah, it's got a good reputation.
Yeah.
It's like you see some names say in football.
Yeah.
Like a Dembele or something.
Yeah. You see
They're
Green
just
and you
loads
just think
everywhere, and
verticality.
yeah. I must say, I do take inspiration on my number off Cameron Green. Because when I tried to pick my number at my club, Peterborough Town, thank you very much, I wanted number 42 because that is Cam Green's number.
Yeah.
But unfortunately that was taken, so I just went one up because I tried to be one better. But so yeah, Green 43 and he's Green 42. So
if you had to make a cricket team based entirely off of people with the same first name, so it could be with Mitchell, Tom, James. Which one do you think you're going for?
I mean, Mitchell is a good shout. You've got 2 good bowlers already. Mitch Stark, Mitch Johnson, Mitch Santner. There you go. Marsh, yeah. Oh, it's tough because there's a lot of names, but then there's going to have some fillers, isn't there?
Like with Tom, you've got way more of a chance of filling an 11.
It's just the Sussex team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Mitch team is bigger.
Yeah.
As in like physically bigger, but the Tom team is longer.
Tom's got to be up there, hasn't it? Mm. Have we got Tom?
Abel,
Lammonby, Price,
Rue,
Clark,
Root.
Bowling.
Bowling. Oh,
a little bowler called Tom. That's what we're after.
I'm trying to think here.
Yeah, that's hard.
I mean, if you want to pick another keeper, I have faced Tom Rue bowling seam in the nets, and he did hit me on the glove.
He can do it.
Wow, God, he's done everything, and he's only 12.
Yeah. Nah, personally, I think Mitch has got to be up there for me. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan of Mitch Johnson, Mitch Stark, so that's got to be it for me.
Yeah.
Nice. And on the topic of teams, something that we've talked about on the podcast and the people are very interested in is I want you to just stay with me here. You're at Trent Bridge. It's the perfect day for cricket. What day are we on? It's a test match, of course.
Day 1, 5 days. Sunny in the morning. Sunny throughout.
No rain delays. No bad light.
Bit of turn at the end.
Nothing. Who is winning between a team of cats and a team of dogs?
Assuming comprehensive knowledge of the laws of the game and
they can all read. They can all think
as well. They've got, if you throw the thumbs in, otherwise.
Yeah.
That's just. I'll tell you now, my mum and my dad actually ran a cat breeding business.
Really?
So I would be slated if I didn't say cats.
Yeah. But do you think they could actually do it?
Yeah, it's a. You think cats? They'll be good in the field, surely.
9 lives.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Yeah, but you don't
It's just dogs. It's just. That's honestly one of the hardest questions I've been asked.
That's good.
I'm gonna have to say cats. Personally, I've just got it. In the field.
Sharp.
That's where you win games in the field. I reckon they've just got it better than the dogs. I reckon, cats all the way for me.
Changing tack. On the move a lot as a cricketer. Best service station.
Or Worcester Services.
Worcester. We've not had that one yet.
No,
we've had Beaconsfield, we've had Cobham. We haven't had
Cobham Services is good. But Worcester, I think of how my 2 years as a cricketer has gone, I've been at Worcester Services a lot.
Yeah.
I just, it just sits well with me.
What are you looking for in there?
Leons. I love Leons, because you got to watch what you're eating.
Yeah.
You got to watch what you're eating when the S&Cs are there.
Official reasons.
But no, I do. Just love a Leons. Anywhere there is one. But yeah, Worcester Services for me. That's got to be it. It's got to be it.
potentially our final question of the short session. What is the weirdest thought you've ever had while fielding? So Referee Weatherall said he often thinks about the exact number of steps it would take to get somewhere. So like wherever he is to the boundary, wherever he is to the changing room, like, the number of steps.
I'll tell you what it is. Sometimes I'm down at fine leg and I'm wondering, is anybody watching this game on YouTube whilst eating a chicken pie? Look, I'll tell you why, because I do love chicken pie. It's probably one of my favourites.
Right. Yeah, go to. We need to talk about pies.
And I'm sitting there at fine leg, I've had plenty of random thoughts down there. Just like, what is someone, say in Australia, doing right now?
Yeah.
But what are they do? Like, what they do? Sometimes I think, what are people doing?
Yeah.
Like, it's not exactly watching the game. It's just like there's other people on the other side of the world just doing random stuff. They could be going shopping. They could be like playing golf. Like, just what are people doing? You know.
That's valid. Is the chicken pie your go-to?
Yeah.
If I had to pick a pie, yes, it would be.
Chicken and leek, or just chicken?
Mainly just chicken and gravy. That's where it is. There is at the Leicester Tigers rugby, they do a Balti pie, which is second to my chicken and gravy pie, but it's proper good. But yeah, if I could pick, chicken pie is probably last meal. Chicken pie. There you go.
Yeah. What sort of potato are you having with it?
Roast. It's got to be a roast. I do like mash. You know what I mean? Just get like a nice creamy mash. That's good. But
cheesy mash?
It depends on the day, really. It really depends on the day.
What about Thursday?
On a Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday. I'm just thinking regular, just nice mash. Okay. No, not too cheesy, not too creamy. You want it just
right.
Fluffy enough, but not too like solid. You know, you want it to kind of go onto your fork. Nice. That's what you want.
Yeah. I think that's the nicest note to end on we've had all day. I think I have to start asking more people what their final meal and what pie it would be. Hey, do you have any messages you'd like to put to the people at large, our captive audience?
Get yourself down to Grace Road. Get yourself watching Leicestershire. It's probably best team to watch in the country. That's all I can say, really. Just watch Leicestershire.
Yeah. Toe that line.
There you go.
Bums and seats. Thank you.
No, thank you very much.
We're back. Wow, wasn't that?
That was crazy,
guys.
Like I say, I think that was a really interesting conversation with Ben.
Yeah.
Not to erase Alex. No. We had fun with Alex. But
I was going to say...
Ben did open up with us, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate that because we had... I think we almost not met either of these people before.
Well, me and Ben might go way back.
Way back?
Way back. I did a Vitality Blast content day a couple of years ago when I tried to do the... they say that you look like an owl. No, sound like an owl. I basically just absolutely butchered it. Yeah, exactly. Look, that was our first introduction.
That was, I remember seeing that video.
That was Jack Blatherwick. The one that went out was Jack Blatherwick.
Oh.
And that did well because I completely messed up the thing. And hasn't anyone ever heard of Rage Bait? But with Ben, I messed it up so badly we couldn't even post it.
Burn the tapes.
Yeah.
Super fun.
It was super fun. And thanks to them both for coming on. I don't know if we ever thanked Northants.
Yeah, thanks to Northants and Leicestershire. Yeah. It was really cool of them to just immediately agree to go on a podcast with two people who kind of were just like, do you want to come on our podcast?
And they all said yes.
I think that's a really nice bit, actually. If we're just going to have a actually earnest moment to wrap this all kind of up.
Yeah.
The willingness. And this goes to what we were talking about. The willingness to do something which is slightly different to probably other media day obligations because we're not there being like, can you please read these lines for the big camera?
Yeah.
Just like...
Or what do you think about your England prospects?
I felt bad for we'll get to them in a few weeks. You'll see that we spoke to Big Ben McKinney at Durham.
Oh, yeah.
And both him and Emilio Gay were there. And it's they are both just internally with us. And do you think you're opening for England this summer? As the other one is in a room away, knowing full well they're two of the top more shouts. Likely shouts. Yeah. And it's I also think it's like, if you're the first person on that day to ask them it, you will get probably a slightly more fleshed out, enthusiastic. Being the 7th person to have to ask.
Yeah.
Do you think we might be seeing you against New Zealand this summer? It's a thankless task.
Do you know what I'd do? I'd make up a different answer every time.
I've actually
I'd go around every single different, or like, what's the word I'm looking for? Outlet.
Yeah, organisation.
I don't know, and tell them something different.
Yeah.
Like the first one, I'd be like,
lying.
I'd be like, absolutely, I know, I've seen the papers, I'm top of the list. And then by the 8th one, I'd be like, I've broken my leg. Did you not know?
Somewhere in the middle, faking a phone call from Rob Key, being like, I think the video of the video of Tilly Courtine Coleman.
I cried.
Did you? I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
The minute I brought up, I was like, you're gonna say.
I'm an emotional person, believe it or not, and I just, can you imagine what that feels like?
18-year-old.
Sorry, how good were we on our predictions for the squad, by the way?
Also, we absolutely called it, which is so funny because it went on a Wednesday and the squad literally came out 2 days before the podcast was written. But we were there being like, I actually think that Filer and Courtine Coleman will probably...
And we were right. Sorry for knowing stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, look, I said this when, like yesterday, Adam Thomas, 19, gets a century on debut. You have to be heartless if an 18-year-old getting called up to a World Cup in England, and she's not played yet for like the full England team. Like it's stuff like that is always lovely, because there was the one during the 100 which was super similar, where she was being told like, "You've made it. Hey, buddy, you're coming to Southern Brave." But like World Cup,
I'd have cried just having to spend a month in Southampton. To be fair,
you tell them, no,
it's a nice hotel, but it's a walk along a main road to get to the M&S, and that's just too dangerous for me.
That's too hard.
I want a walkable path. So yeah, no, that video was lovely. I do feel sorry for Tammy, but I did like the video where Charlotte Edwards was like, she can still play cricket.
Like, we've not put her down.
Like, she's not gone. Like,
and also, like, not to ever put anything out there. There is a long time to go until this World Cup.
There is a long time to go.
I mean, like, Nat has a precautionary left calf tear, which fills me with existential dread.
But how good opportunity for little Charlie Dean in the ODIs coming up.
Figure. That's the thing. Dean is she's always there. And she's always been touted as, like, whether it was at Spirit when Heather Knight was injured, or like now, like, she is so clearly trusted as a leadership figure in that team. She's not
the father...
She's not.
How does it go?
She's not the stepfather. She's the father that stepped up. Charlie Dean. That's who.
Yeah.
I think she's one of those players that, like, you need players who are just so reliable in teams that go on to win stuff. Not everyone has to be like the biggest, boldest superstar.
No.
And she is also very good. So
she is very good.
That's the thing. Like, if we're going to end on let's end on a negative. I'd like to do that.
Great.
One of my greatest gripes, not just in sport, but cricket in particular, is the confusion of consistency and reliability with like mediocrity.
Yes.
Saying that someone is super reliable or consistent does not mean that every week they're dishing a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, or like they're getting 20 runs and taking half a wicket.
Like, Joe Root is consistent and reliable. Heather Knight, consistent and reliable, because they're just consistently excellent.
Yeah.
That does not mean like the person who's churning out like all right performances, you would not be like, yeah, you can always trust them.
Yeah. You don't want someone who gets 80 one week and then a duck the next. You want someone who's getting 40 every week.
The 40
in
average,
your middle.
The 40 average like makes me feel safe.
Yeah.
When I see that's like someone's average is in the 40s, that's when I can feel good about stuff. I'm like, yeah, look. Because like there's fun to be had of the players who have like the peaks and troughs.
Oh yeah.
Because like that's all jokes aside, I think.
Give me a big day out. That's fine.
Because that's now been why for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And although now someone looks like he won't be like Crawley. That's been the entire appeal the whole time. Is the hook and the rush of like when that day
what's
happens.
What's going to happen?
But the reality is, over time, as has happened with him, if the good days dry up, that's when it's hard to kind of justify inclusion.
Yeah.
He's just look. This is the bad bit for him, is like when everyone's like, go back to the counties and score loads of runs, and then they go back to the counties and
then they don't do that. Yeah, that is quite a negative to end on. Have you got something happier?
I've got something happier. Devil Wears Prada 2 is out now.
I haven't heard. I've heard mixed things, but I'm still going to go and see it.
I think it will be like, and the comparison that I've seen is like to like Top Gun Maverick, which is like, on its own 2 feet, like, it's not just about like whether it's the most like meticulously crafted, like excellent plot of all time, but does it make you feel good?
Well, this is the thing. I think the people who look, this is bearing in mind I haven't seen The Devil Wears Prada 2 yet. No. This is a feeling. I think people have gone into it with too high expectations.
Yes.
So obviously they're going to be disappointed. Whereas if you just go in thinking it's going to be a fun, basically remake of something that came out 20 years ago, it's a big nostalgia tour. What is there not to like about that? Unless it's an objectively bad film, which sounds perfect for me. I don't understand how you could... The only thing that I think would bother me is obviously Devil Wears Prada 1 isn't a very feminist plot line. It's girl chases dreams, meets a man says, you're chasing your dreams too much and there's not enough room for me. And she goes, oh, all right, then I'll sack off my dreams.
She wasn't eating his food.
So unless they've changed it this time and it's girl goes into the big city, chases dreams, meets man says, you're chasing your dreams too much, you need to chase me. And she goes, no.
Yes.
It remains to be seen. We'll go and see it and we'll do a review.
Yeah. I think we've smashed it.
We've
covered so much ground this week.
Wow.
This is what happens when you put us on chairs.
We're doing a live review for the people.
Yeah, guys, I think that came up. No, I think that came out of the hand really nicely.
And if you think so too, please share this episode with a friend. Subscribe if you're not already. And please leave us no less than 5 stars.
We need to thumbnail farm, just in case there aren't any good ones from Natural Moments.
Well, we can do that. We can end the recording and we'll do that. We don't have to put the people through that. Say thanks to the people.
Thanks to the people. Bye to the people. See you
next
later.
Week. Leave a comment if you want Durham or Hampshire next week. Durham or Hampshire?
Durham or Hampshire.
Ooh, the battle of the blue and yellow teams. Ooh. Durham or Hampshire?
North-South group divide.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Class divide. North-South.
Oh. Bye.
Durham's posh.